If you prefer working out at home or you can't access a gym, here are the top calisthenic exercises you should perform. I'll also tell you the level of experience you should have to do them, and the level of priority you should give them relative to your goals. Number 1. Push-ups. This is a classic and arguably the most popular exercise in the fitness industry, let alone calisthenics. They target your chest, triceps and front deltoids. Notice that I listed these respectively in terms of which muscles are targeted the most. It is a compound exercise that beginners can perform, and it should be of high priority if you're working out your upper body. If you find push-ups very easy, consider adding weights on your back, like water bottles in a backpack. There are multiple variations you can go over, and I'll give you each one. Number 2. Diamond push-ups. This is a popular variation that most people struggle to do. So it requires hard work from doing normal push-ups first to progress with diamond push-ups. This exercise puts more of the focus on your triceps rather than your chest. It targets your triceps, chest, and front deltoids. It is a compound exercise that requires intermediate experience, and it should be of medium priority if you're working out your upper body. Number 3. Wide grip push-ups. This is a less popular form of push-ups, and I don't see a reason to do it frequently unless it's for fun. But this exercise works more on your outer chest, and results in your deltoids and triceps being secondary. It targets mainly your outer chest. It is a compound exercise that requires intermediate experience, and it should be of low priority if you're working out your upper body. Number 4. Pike push-ups. I rarely do these exercises because I don't find a point in it, but if you want to target your shoulders more you can consider these exercises, only if you have more experience with regular push-ups. Because this exercise can be dangerous, you want to be careful when attempting it. It targets your shoulders, triceps and upper back. It is a compound exercise that requires a lot of experience, and it should be of low priority if you're working out your upper body. Number 5. Single arm push-ups. This shouldn't be on the list, but if you're experienced with regular push-ups and you've built strength doing them, you can give this exercise a go. It targets your chest, triceps, and deltoids. It is a compound exercise that requires a lot of experience, and it should be of low priority if you're working out your upper body. Number 6. Squats. It's a basic exercise and is popular for working out your legs. For most people, it will be very easy, which means it will turn into an endurance exercise. You can always add weights to your squats though. But anyway, it targets your legs and it's very simple to do. It targets your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings and calves. It is a compound exercise that beginners can do, and it should be of high priority if you're working out your lower body. Number 7. Squat jumps. This is a better version of doing a normal squat in my opinion. It works on your explosiveness and power and gets you stronger, so you can include it in a plyometric workout. I am a huge fan of this exercise and it's part of my workout. Once again, you should hold weights while doing them if they're getting easy for you. It targets your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings and calves. It is a compound exercise that beginners can do, and it should be of high priority if you're working out your lower body. Number 8. Split squat jumps. This is a good exercise and it focuses on one leg at a time, which strengthens both your legs. This exercise can be part of a plyometric workout as it works on your explosiveness and power. I highly recommend you incorporate this exercise into your workout. It targets your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings and calves. It is a compound exercise that beginners can do, and it should be of medium priority if you're working out your lower body. Number 9. Alternating split squat jumps. This is another one of my favorites. I also personally think this alternating version is better than the regular one. This alternating version also works on your coordination, and once again, it works on your explosiveness and power. However, you may need more experience with normal split squat jumps to proceed to this one, because it requires balance and you to switch your legs mid-air. When you've got more experience with this exercise and it gets easier for you, add weights to it and speaking from experience, you will build a lot of strength and muscle. It targets your quadriceps, glutes, hip flexors, hamstrings, calves. It is a compound exercise that requires intermediate experience, and should be highly prioritized if you're working out your lower body. Number 10. Pull-ups. Although I don't do this exercise, I know it's a very good exercise. It's like a 2-in-1 exercise. Why do bicep curls and dumbbell rows when you can do pull-ups? You can work out your biceps and back in one go. So I highly recommend you get a pull-up bar and do some pull-ups. It targets your back, including the lateral deltoid and biceps. It is a compound exercise that beginners can do, and should be highly prioritized if you're working out your upper body. Number 11, calf raises. Calf raises are a good way to strengthen your calves and build some muscle. However, I think it's harder to build muscle on them. Genetics is obviously an influencer, and although I have struggled to build muscles on my calves, I still recommend it for strengthening your calves. It targets your calves. It is an isolation exercise that beginners can do, and should be of medium priority if you're working out your lower body. Number 12, single leg calf raises. I did this exercise early in my fitness journey, but I stopped and switched fully to regular calf raises to avoid muscular imbalance. Your claves need to be strengthened before you can do single leg calf raises. So I recommend you do regular calf raises for some time first. It targets your calves. It is an isolation exercise that requires intermediate experience to do, and should be of low priority if you're working out your lower body. Number 13, planks. This exercise is good for strengthening your core and improving your posture. I eventually added weights on my back to make them harder. It targets your core muscles, which include your rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, and obliques, and it targets your deltoids. It is a compound exercise that beginners can do, and should be of medium priority if you're working out your upper body. Number 14, reverse planks. If you're worried about your posture, you should include these exercises, but other than that, I don't see a need to do so. It targets your lower back, glutes, hamstrings, and abdominals. It is a compound exercise that requires intermediate experience to do, and should be of low priority if you're working out your upper body. Number 15, glute bridge marches. When I didn't have weights, I did these exercises to target my glutes and build more strength on them, aside from doing squat jumps. They burn your glutes, and if you have a resistance band, you can continue to strengthen them if they are getting easier for you. It targets your glutes. It is an isolation exercise that beginners can do, and should be of medium priority if you're working out your lower body. Number 16, side leg raises. This exercise is useful for loosening your glutes, let alone your hips, and strengthening them. If you're trying to strengthen your glutes, you should consider this exercise, and if it gets easier as you progress, get a resistance band and use it to continue strengthening your glutes. It targets your hips, including your gluteus medium and minimus. It is an isolation exercise that beginners can do, and should be of low priority if you're working out your lower body. So, if you're working out at home, be sure to consider virtually all the exercises with the highest priority. High priority exercises target more and larger muscles, which is convenient if you're trying to build muscle and strength in your upper body and lower body. If you have more time, consider the lower priority exercises to build that little bit more muscle. You may want to also consider investing in a weight set because over time, you will get stronger, and your body will have adapted to the same 20 push-ups you were doing. Now, if you don't have much experience, I'm not saying never try some of these exercises, but just don't include them in your workout until you've got used to the basic ones. And if this video fed you crucial knowledge, subscribe for more.